something that makes a SELA member is the 7 foundational attributes which are meant to gain through this whole 2-year process. And I can safely say that I have gained these attributes through different kinds of ways in the 2-year process I've been in SELA.
My highlights of the first year would definitely include the boot camp that we had for the weekend, where everyone got to know each other and spend time and just have a good laugh. And that was definitely an enjoyable weekend and a memory that I'll keep close to my heart.
In one of the first sessions, I decided that I wanted to develop my public speaking abilities. And SELA allowed me to do this because at the end of the first year project, I had the opportunity to speak to the incoming cohort. So I gave a speech to a room full of 40 people, which I found really nerve-wracking, and I had to really push myself outside of my comfort zone, but I'm really glad I did it.
I think definitely my favourite workshop over these whole 2 years has got to be Positive Influencing with Jill Parkin. I thought that was absolutely fantastic. I thought it was a brilliant session, but she was a really good kind of female role model for us, and I found her so engaging, and I really think I will use the things that she talks about.
I'd say that my favourite experience of the entire programme is the projects themselves. I think there's no better way than learning through experience, and the projects are a prime example of that. Being allowed to exercise skills that you learn on your course through the SELA programme or through other things you do at the university in a practical sense with members of industry and the public is really, really useful and very important for our development.
Prior to SELA, reflection was more of an afterthought to work. I either just raced through a piece of work to get to the end before evaluating what I'd done, or I simply finished some work and never looked back at what I'd learned.
Another thing that SELA's taught me is to make a mark wherever you go as a leader or as someone to give that positive impact and influence whatever company they're working in.
I've had the opportunity to write a load of blogs for SELA throughout my time there, highlighting the various things that I've learned. And it's really, really improved my communication skills and confidence because I never considered myself that good a writer. But now with all the positive feedback that I've had with every blog post, I feel like I could write an article for just about anything.
Being able to give speeches or presentations to large audiences is not something that I could really do when I came to university with any level of confidence, and the experience I've got through SELA has really helped me build confidence so that I can actually do those sorts of things now.
I think SELA has been really great kind of in terms of just pushing me to do things. So for example, the networking with Will McIntish. 2 years ago, I absolutely never would have put myself forward to go to a networking event. That would just be far too scary. And in February this year, I went to one of the Bright Networks Women in STEM events, and that was it was eye-opening really. Once you do it once, you just kind of have a confidence for it. I was thinking about my will skills the whole time, looking for 3s and 2s and making sure the body language is right and not being closed off.
This really, really improved my confidence to just go up and talk to people. And as a result, I actually managed to secure a volunteering job with the IMEC Eve through it. And I'm also grateful for my opportunity to work on a summer placement with Nissan, which I wouldn't have been able to do if it wasn't for my participation in SELA.
Although my organisational skills weren't appalling to start off with, I've definitely noticed that since joining SELA, I've learned to work smarter, not necessarily harder.
It's given me this open-minded way of thinking, especially from the active listening side, where you actively listen to someone else, and the networking side, where you actually allow the other person to talk and you build that rapport. It's really given me that edge.
SELA has helped me achieve a lot of my goals so far. I talk about it in every job interview and employers really seem to like it. SELA has also made me realise that I want to go into project management in some capacity, and it's helped me realise what I need to do to achieve my future goals.
The main thing I've come away from SELA with is a great group of friends. Through the projects and workshops, I've interacted with people I would not have met otherwise, and I found that working closely with people to solve a shared problem really gives a sense of unity and belonging. Making connections is important not only in your personal life, but it's also important to build up a good working relationship with colleagues, which my work through SELA has really highlighted.
It's been extremely helpful with my development throughout my university career, and it will continue to be helpful throughout the rest of my life, I'm sure. And I think the most valuable thing is the people I've met and the connections that I've made. Some of those people I'll know throughout the rest of my life. Hopefully I'll work with them. And that makes me really excited, and I feel very fortunate to have had that experience and to have met those people. And I think that's the real value and power in SELA, is the connections in the network that it is and that it's made.
SELA has been such a fantastic opportunity and has definitely been one of my favourite things that I've done through university.
To be honest, I think SELA has actually been crucial to most of the success that I've had up to this point, and I'm just grateful to have had the opportunity to work with such an interesting variety of people. So thank you.